Hey, everybody, we're live, and with my longtime friend Allen Michaan, Fantasia is coming to the Grand Lake. I repeat, Fantasia is coming to the Grand Lake, and I feel like a kid all over again. Allen, congratulations on this, and happy 50th anniversary, my friend, for bringing us wonderful flicks over the decades. Tell us about how this came about.
This is really a big deal because Fantasia has not been seen in theaters for quite a few years. It's not generally available. This is a very, very special dispensation that was granted to me by our friends over at Disney to celebrate the fact that my company just turned 50 years old since I opened my first theater in Berkeley, the Rialto Warehouse Theater, built completely out of salvage and reclaimed parts and pieces from movie houses that were being demolished in the Bay Area. Not only a completely recycled theater, but it was also considered the birthplace of counterculture cinema in the 70s because I had no access to first-run films. And so I built that theater's reputation and momentum on offbeat programming, things like Reefer Madness, anti-Reagan, anti-Nixon festivals, classic TV shows, Walt Disney cartoon carnivals, and all kinds of really, really different.
A Clockwork Orange. I saw it there.
The Rialto became very popular.
So what?
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. I said, and a Clockwork Orange. But you said something behind that. I think we have a little whatever.
You're breaking up on me, so try again.
I said, and a Clockwork Orange, which I saw there. I saw a Clockwork Orange at your theater there. But what I was asking is, before we talk about Fantasia, what is your all-time favorite movie you've ever screened in all your theaters?
Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't even have to hesitate.
That was
and followed close behind by Avatar 3D.
Which is coming out again. Are you going to screen it on the 23rd of September?
I hope to. We don't know yet. We're still waiting for confirmation from Disney because it's a limited release. Instead of going out everywhere like they do so often, it's, I believe, only about 1,800 theaters in the country. We hope to be playing it, and certainly I think we have an edge over other theaters because we have 2-projector 3D, which is the only way to see 3D. Anywhere else that you go, you're going to see 3D in a 1-projection system, and there's no 1-projection systems that are as good as a 2-projector because with 2 projectors, we have twice as much light on the screen, and the projectionist can properly focus each of the 2 images. Rather than than have to settle for something in between. So we are showing 3D in the real pure original way it was meant to be shown.
Wow, so amazing. Hey, let's talk about Fantasia with all of its color and music. Tell us about this spectacle that
I've been wanting to present this film at the Grand Lake for decades and have never been able to get Disney to let it out of its wall. Let us it. And about it, and we hope that we get lots and lots of kids.
Hey, Alan, maybe you should go in and come back again. There's something connection on your end where it's going in and out. I don't know if you can hear me there. But if you go out and then come back, that generally clears it up on your end. That's generally a file issue, file size. But let's see here. It's Allen will be back, folks, and on his end, there's generally what happens there is you've got bandwidth issue internet wise, or sometimes you have a lot of file on yours. What I will do is, if he doesn't come back here, I'll call him, and then we'll go from there that way. Oh, here he is.
There you are.
Yeah, there you are. Yeah, cool.
Where were
we
when the connection failed?
You were talking about the Rialto, and I was about to tell you that it's quite possible that your famous theater. We were talking about your favorite show ever, and you mentioned Lord of the Rings, and then you had said some things that didn't come through because at some point, I think, there was a bandwidth issue on your end or whatever's going on. But so if you want to repeat that part, yeah.
Right. So you asked me about my favorite film, and it's definitely the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which we were so happy to play at the Grand Lake, and it looked just spectacular on the big screen. Probably the most successful film we ever had at the Grand Lake was E.T., which played for 45 weeks.
I saw it. I saw it.
Unheard of today for a film to play that long. Now 5 weeks is a big run. But anyway, E.T. played for almost 12 months, 10 months, whatever. And it was the biggest attendance we ever had at the Grand Lake. And it really put the Grand Lake on the map. And it was a 70 millimeter print that we had. And it was really quite something. Because when I took over the Grand Lake, all of my friends in the business that were saying, "You're crazy. What do you want a big, huge old barn like that for in Oakland? It'll never be successful." And I've now been operating the theater for 42 years. So anyway, it was 50 years ago. 50 years ago, I opened the Rialto in Berkeley, and we wanted to do something special to celebrate it. And so Disney's allowing us to play Fantasia on the big screen at the Grand Lake just for 1 week. So we only have it for 3 nights. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we will be playing it. And we're very excited about it. And it should be... Pardon?
I said, get there this Friday, folks. Yeah, get there this Friday, folks. Get there this Friday, folks, to the Grand Lake to see Fantasia. I mean, boy. And we're continuing our anniversary special next week on Tuesday and Wednesday with a 2-day double bill of Humphrey Bogart's films, and it's Casablanca and Maltese Falcon. So 2 great Bogart films on the big screen Tuesday and Wednesday. And of course, as always, Tuesday is bargain day, $6 all seats. So nice.
Great excuse to come out to the Grand Lake on Tuesday to see 2 Humphrey Bogart classics.
Hey, so we're coming back. By the way, Fantasia, that is Disney's first successful animated film, right? A big, right?
No, not at all. I think the first big success was Snow White, followed by Pinocchio. So Snow White was 1938, and Pinocchio, I believe, was 39. Fantasia was 1940. So the big breakthrough, I mean, Snow White really, when that came out, that established animated films as being something that could be a feature length. Prior to Snow White, Disney was producing 8-minute short cartoons. And if you ever get a chance to look at the Disney cartoons from the 1930s, they're spectacular. I mean, they really are. There's Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy, but there's also a wonderful series that they called Silly Symphonies. And they're wonderful, wonderful little films. You can easily find them on YouTube.
And the cells from those are fascinating. I had a book. I was given to me when I was bought for me when I was 7 years old, called The Art of Walt Disney. Is about that thick. And
I have that book.
Yeah, Christopher Jinks, and had this wonderful collection of cells and everything, from the most amazing animation from Ube Works and the other artists at Disney, and wow. But Fantasia, Fantasia is just this, I mean, ultimate trip. And I don't mean acid trip, but I think there are people who watched it on acid. So
well, a funny thing about Fantasia is during the 1970s, when you had a lot of people were taking drugs and smoking pot and all of that. The people at Disney were very conservative at the time, found out that people were getting high and watching Fantasia. So they took it out of service for years and years and years so that nobody could.
Oh, God.
That's true.
True
story. True story.
Wow. That was
so
now today. Hey, today Disney would love it.
Now marijuana is legal, but you still can't smoke in the theater. Can't smoke in the theater. Smoking inside movie house is not allowed. But anyway, now we're very excited about this. We're excited about this.
So, is it fair to say we're back now, or coming back, in terms of reaching pre-pandemic levels, or where are we?
Well, it's still, I'd say the industry is still suffering a bit. I mean, we don't have as many movies in the pipeline. So like right now, there's not a lot we have to play. The segment of the industry that is really just not recovered, and I don't know if it ever will, would be specialty films, foreign and art films that traditionally bring in an older audience. Those films are not performing. And because of that, films that might have previously gone to theaters are going straight to streaming. So streaming has cannibalized the flow of titles that we would otherwise have available to us. And that has had an impact on the business. But, we're hanging on. We're hanging on at the Grand Lake. We've had some really great hits this year. Top Gun was really good. And right now we're still playing Jordan Peele's Nope. I think we're in our 8th week or 9th week, and it's been really, really well attended. And even though it's now available on streaming, people are still coming to the movie to see it.
Hey, can also a person rent the Grand Lake out for special events, because you've had red carpets and screenings and shows? How does that work? I never asked you before, but I think it's a fair, time to ask.
We've hosted premieres and events. A lot of times it's local filmmakers, like Boots Riley, and other locals. Actually, we were one of the first commercial theaters to show Ryan Coogler's Food Station. And Ryan's a big fan of the theater. We love him. He comes when Black Panther opened up the first weekend. He came one evening and he went out on stage and thanked the audience for coming to the Grand Lake, because it was his childhood theater that he went to. But we always accommodate various requests for rentals and events, and so it's a regular happening at the Grand Lake, depending on what the needs of the filmmaking community are.
So this Friday, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Fantasia.
Yes.
Well, what time, by the way?
What time? Well, it would ask me that. I have to look it up. Don't remember.
You know what?
You could go to grandlaketheater.com and easily find the times. I know that the main show is at 7:00, and there's a 9:45 show, and I believe our matinees are 1:00 and 4:00. But I will go to our website just to be sure. grandlaketheater.com.
7:00, because it's actually in the text here too. I'm writing it as an update. I'll write as an update when we're done, because I already have the history of the Fantasia here, because it's also a blog post automatically. So all I have to do is add the times. I already have the dates, right?
Oh, good. Yeah. It's only 3 days. So it doesn't matter how many people show up. We cannot play it longer. They are only allowing us to have it for 3 days.
Yeah. And so again, say those times one more time, please.
The times?
Yeah.
1:00, 4:00, 7:00, and 9:45 Friday and Saturday. We don't have a 9:45 on Sunday.
And 7 p.m. Friday through Saturday. Watch this, Alan.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m.
Oh, Friday through Sunday. Oh, sorry about that. I had Sunday. And Sunday.
And Sunday, 7 p.m.
Yeah, let me get rid of this thing. Sorry. Top Gun, actually, I think Tom Cruise heard you talking about him. Top Gun popped up in the background. But anyway.
Yeah, there were just a lot. We had a lot of strong titles this summer, and they opened well, but nothing seemed to really hang on for very long. I think Nope was the notable exception that played for a long time at the theater.
Why do you think Nope is so popular? What is it about?
We had the same sort of reaction with Get Out. It played a long time. And Jordan Peele is just a very popular director.
Is it something about his movies that capture a certain feeling or culture, or is it?
Well, we play to a more sophisticated audience than a lot of theaters. Films that are just really commercial, we don't do as well on. So I don't know. The Grand Lake has I think a very special audience. Very dedicated audience that just loves the theater, and it's a special movie-going experience. We do not show commercials at the Grand Lake. There are no pinball machines or video games in the lobby. We use real butter on fresh popcorn. I mean, the way my philosophy of running my theater is I want it to be just like the movie-going experience was when we were kids, and not what it's become today. Today you go into these modern multiplexes, and there's the din of video games in the lobby, fake butter on pre-popped popcorn, half an hour of commercials before the movie. We don't do that. It's a very classic, pure movie-going experience in a movie palace. And we have on Friday night, Saturday night, and this weekend on Sunday night too. Before the main feature, we have about a 20-minute organ recital on the mighty Wurlitzer organ. And that's also, I don't know of another first-run theater in the country that does that.
And folks, not only that, if you haven't heard the organ the organ before, it is an amazing sight to see and hear. You've got to go there. Just get there early and just bathe in the excellence of the experience of hearing that dang thing, because it's one thing I love about the organ at the Grand Lake is you always knew it was a big movie, a big deal. Like I remember when King Kong came out, Peter Jackson's King Kong, right? And you had the organ going, perfect. It was perfect because it was heightened anticipation that you knew this was a big deal. Because you didn't always play that thing. It wasn't like all the time. But it was a big movie,
Well, we play it every Friday and Saturday night before the two evening shows. Always. Even if the movie is not a big movie and there's no one in the theater, our organists are scheduled to play those shows.
Then I'll correct myself, because maybe it was only that I was going to see a big movie at the time.
Maybe. Or you on a week we weren't playing it. It's only
exactly.
Friday, Saturday.
So we've seen all kinds of movies. I saw. I don't know if I've ever shown you this, but I'm going to take the time to do so, folks. This is the reunion. First of all, before I show it, I want to indulge my friend with these scenes of the Grand Lake. You can, this is the Grand Lake. If you haven't seen it before, and you're in Oakland, or you're planning to visit Oakland, you've got to check out this place. And of course, it's known for the great political statements on the marquee and everything. But look how beautiful it is. I mean, this is just a magnificent entrance into the Grand Lake Business District and the Lake Park Oakland Business District. You can see it come right off the freeway. You turn left and go under the freeway, and boom, there it is. But you can even see this from the airplane from certain angles. I don't know if you know that, Alan. Probably did. But what a beautiful place, just as something else. Now, what I want to share with you is this was the scene of my reunion with my friend Lars Frickman. I hadn't seen Lars and Bill in quite some time, so we decided to unite over J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, shown at none other than the Grand Lake, and this was that's not the video I want to show, but here it is. Okay, we did our Star Trek movie review, which I won't play the whole 6 minutes, but I'll play part of it. Here it is, right here. That's it. You recognize that poster, Alan?
Oh, yeah, that's outside the theater.
I'm here for the 12:30 showing of Star Trek, but Bill and Lars aren't here yet, so maybe I should just...
And so that's Bill. We all went to Skyline High in Oakland. So if you want to do a reunion, folks, you do it at the Grand Lake. And
we're looking for Lars now.
We're waiting for Lars, and Lars shows up, and he hadn't talked to my mom in 30 years.
Zenny's mom.
Zenny's mom. My God. Zenny's mom. I'm talking to Zenny's mom.
Yeah, after 35.
Right. We hope.
After
yes, I see a red light.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. That's what the Grand Lake is good for. And so after we enjoyed Star Trek and we gave our reviews of J.J. Abrams' great movie, at the end of it, right here.
Great job, great movie, fantastic, congratulations. Wow. Star Trek
I've known these guys. Yeah. I've known these. Lars died in 2018. I've known these guys since 1975, Alan. And so, yeah, we go back to, we had the Skyline Bike Club. I was president, all that, and the Star Trek Club, and Bret Hart before that. And so, as a result, there you go, Alan.
So well, I don't think they'll be using you on the soundtrack.
No, maybe your son will have us on his show. We're two of us. Unfortunately, Lars has left us, but but the whole point being that the Grand Lake is really a part of the fabric of Oakland culture. I mean, we could not dream of seeing Star Trek, J.J. Abrams' Star Trek, any place other than the Grand Lake. So, Alan, that's a tribute to you.
Also, I should mention on next Thursday, on the 15th of September, after our 2 days of Humphrey Bogart films, we will be hosting the Oakland International Film Festival with opening night. And they have events all over town, but we always usually do the opening night at the Grand Lake.
Oakland, what date is that again, please?
Festival. Oakland International Film Festival, OIFF. And that's going to be next Thursday at the Grand Lake, week of tomorrow, the 15th.
Oh, next Thursday. Oh, September.
Next Thursday, yeah.
15th.
And you can find information and a link to their website on grandlaketheater.com.
And also here, folks, I'm going to add it to the text. So there it goes. And you can see there, Oakland International Film Festival, September 15th. Right there, correct, folks.
Right there.
Grand Lake.
Yeah, it's going to be Alan, a busy week. Busy week at the Grand Lake.
And you're a busy man. Don't forget, folks, Michaan's Auctions. You have a chance to get down to Alameda. Check it out.
And the Alameda Point Antique Fair, which we do the first Sunday every month out on the jet runways here in Alameda.
Yep. And some of the best coffee in the Bay Area there. Check it out. Seriously. Check it out. Alan, stick around in the background. Folks, thanks for watching. You see this, share it around because it's got some very important information in it. And we're going to have Alan back again. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark oaklandnewsnowblog.com. That ends this broadcast. Stick around in the background. Alan, you don't have to push a button at all. And there we are. It should be, and it